U.S. Treasuries took that.
Listen up, rebels. Rebel leader coming in hot and heavy. It's the beginning of a new month, and that means it's time to buy some new stocks. I'm going to be giving you 4 stocks today that are on fire and are about to explode. Now, each of these stocks have 10x potential and are in the very early stages of their business growth, meaning where they are now is nowhere near where they're going to be in 5 years from now or even 10 years from now. And that's what stock picking is all about. It's called vision. Now, this first one is one of my favorites, and it's NIO, ticker symbol NIO. If you have not heard of NIO yet, they're an electric vehicle company based in China. It's backed by the Chinese government, and they're Tesla's main competitors in the EV space. Now, NIO just had NIO Day a few weeks ago, and I stayed up until 6 a.m. to watch it live. I was very excited. NIO unveiled their Model ET7 electric vehicle, and that's going to be rolling out next year. NIO is also expanding their battery as a service subscription model that will ultimately lower the initial cost of each vehicle. NIO, along with the Chinese government, is actually building these battery swapping stations all over China, and it's actually faster to get your battery swapped than it is to go fill up your gas tank. I think they got it down to under 90 seconds. NIO's also partnering with NVIDIA to create smart chips that will power automated driving. And that just basically means that they're on the path to driverless cars. Now, after NIO Day, you have to look at all the traditional legacy German car makers like BMW and Mercedes, and they should be very scared of what NIO has been able to accomplish here, being a company that's just about 5 years old, relatively new in all regards, and the legacy car makers that have been here for 100 years just about, and billions of dollars in R&D, and they were still not able to beat NIO to making the Model ET7. And guys, I've seen this time and time again. You see this with Netflix and Blockbuster. Nobody invests in their downfall. Now, another great reason that I like NIO is because their stock is currently extremely undervalued. They currently have a market cap of around $80 million. And if you look at something like Tesla, it has a market cap of around $800 million. That means Tesla is currently valued at 10x the times of NIO, and I don't believe that they're that far ahead. In fact, China makes up 40% of the entire EV global market, and that is why Tesla has set up their plant there. But NIO is backed by the government, and over the long run, I don't see how NIO doesn't win China. But I think people are hesitant to invest in NIO because it's a Chinese company. And I see this mistake being made throughout history with companies like Sony, Toyota, Honda. All of these companies were able to expand globally, and they were all able to do it when they opened a factory in the US. Now, the moment NIO does this, and I see this in the next 8 years happening under the Biden presidency, NIO's stock will explode to the moon because of the potential that it now has to capture the American market. NIO is currently trading in the $50 to $60 range, and now is the time to buy the stock. Not 1 year from now, not 2 years from now. Now is the time to buy. Because I see the stock easily going to $300, $600 over the next 3 to 5 years, and they're just gonna keep innovating, keep expanding their market share, opening new factories. There's just so much ahead of this for this company. Now, the number 2 stock I'm buying this month is CCIV. Now, this is an SPAC that's currently rumored to merge with Lucid Motors. Now, this deal is nowhere near finalized, and it's not been mentioned by either party yet, but there's a lot of evidence pointing that a merger will happen, and I'm extremely bullish, and I want to own a piece of Lucid, so I think this is a good risk to take. CCIV is currently trading in the $30 range, but this stock just a few weeks ago was at $10 a share. I got in around the $13 a share mark, and I thought I missed the boat. Now, this stock is currently trading at around the $30 mark, but again, this SPAC just a few weeks ago was valued at $10 a share before the Lucid rumors started coming about. If the merger does not go through, the stock could fall back down to $10, but if it is confirmed, this stock could double overnight. Now, nobody knows when this merger is confirmed. It could take months, it could take a year. We just don't know. Now, Lucid Motors is on the higher end of luxury electric vehicles. They're currently doing pre-orders right now, and their first batch of cars should go out spring of this year. Now, if you don't know, Tesla had an entire hot streak all of 2020. That's exactly why there's a lot of hype around Lucid now. Now, Peter Rawlinson was the ex-chief engineer of the Tesla Model S, left Tesla and started his own company in Lucid Motors, and now he's a CEO. There's a lot of hype around the stock and where it can go. They have a factory out in Arizona, They actually just opened up another factory in Saudi Arabia, and I just see this company is set to explode in the next few years. But guys, the reason to get in now is because after the merger is announced, everybody's gonna try to be getting in because everybody wants a piece of Lucid Motors. But if you want the best risk to reward ratio attached to Lucid Motors right now, it is to get into CCIV. Now the number 3 stock I'm buying this month is ticker symbol ACTC, also known as Proterra. Now Proterra is the leading electric vehicle bus company in America, and it's actually backed by Commodore. In 2019, Americans took 9.9 billion trips on public transportation. Since 1995, public transport ridership has increased 28%, while the US population has increased 23%. There's increasing demand for sustainable transportation solutions by governments and individuals. Just listen to some of these stats. 15 states are targeting 100% zero emissions from medium and heavy-duty trucks by 2050. In a national survey, 70% of individuals have changed their behavior due to climate change, and this trend is only going to keep growing. There's been an 85% decline in electric battery costs since 2010. This makes electric vehicles have 40% less operational costs than diesel. Now, Proterra itself is operational in over 120 communities across 43 states in the United States. And they're selling over 1,000 electric buses a year, which makes them own 50% of the market share in the US on electric buses. And they are growing revenues rapidly. Their 2020 estimated revenue is just under $200 million. In 2022, that estimated revenue is projected to be at $400 million. But here's where it gets really interesting. In 2025, their estimated projected revenue is about $2.5 billion. And this is why I want you to think 5 years in advance, because companies like Proterra can only grow from where they are now. Now, the 4th stock I'm buying this month is a Workhorse, ticker symbol WKHS. Now, this company is actually in the lead to take the US government contract to replace all the USPS mailing trucks in the US. Just take a look at the C650 and the C1000, and these trucks are the future. And if they win the US government contract, which will be finalized by summer of this year, these Workhorse trucks could be rolling down every street in America in a few years. Now again, these trucks are 100% electric, have a low floor designed for easy access for mailmen, and have Metron AP, which is Workhorse's proprietary telematics system app that allows you to track and monitor the performance of all Workhorse vehicles in a fleet. Now this is extremely useful for route planning and monitoring your operational maintenance and fuel costs across all your vehicles. And this is how the government becomes more organized and efficient. Now, Workhorse is currently at $40 a share, but it can reach $60 as soon as a contract is announced, and that's 50% upside by the summer. Do you guys see the trend here? All 4 of these companies are electric vehicle companies, and now is the time to buy them. Over the next 10 years, especially under a Biden presidency, I expect to see explosive growth in the alternative and clean energy sector. And that's why you should grab all these stocks now, because these prices will not last. So stay frosty, Rebels. Rebel Leader, over and out.